Welcome to another installment of 5-Minute Tones with Pedals. Today we have a flanger, a phaser, and a chorus on the bench. I want to discuss the similarities, the differences, and why you might want to choose one over the other. A little bit ambitious for 5 minutes, I know, so let's get straight into it. This is my clean sound. This is the Past Effects Elastic Mattress. It is a flanger based on the iconic 18-volt Electric Mistress from the 70s. You've got 4 controls, one for blend, one for color. Color is a feedback control. And then we've got the rate and depth of the effect. Depth is called range on this particular pedal. The Cyclone phaser from Crazy Tube Circuits, I'm going to park on the phase 90 settings. So we've got mix, feedback, which I believe isn't active on this particular mode. I've got it turned down nonetheless. I've got speed and depth on there as well. And on the Analog Man mini chorus, you've got speed, depth, and again, a mix control as well as this little 3-way switch. The 3-way switch is in the up position. So they're all modulation effects and they all have an amount of wobble and a kind of depth of wobble about them. So you got the speed and you got the depth on there. The chorus and the flanger both achieve this wobble by modulating delay lines. The flanger adds feedback to that delay line and generally uses a much shorter delay time in there. The phaser is actually a series of all pass filters connected in series and modulated. So it's got a different vibe going on. Let's just hear where I've got them set. This is kind of my personal preference for each style of effect. We'll hear it clean and then we'll hear it dirty. And I actually prefer each pedal set slightly differently for clean and dirty tones. Anyway, let's go. So the flanger to me has this metallic jet plane-like swoosh about it. The phaser I would describe as kind of a little more subtle and a little kind of more syrupy, and it kind of sticks your tone together a little bit more. And the mini chorus anyway, to me, has this very, very enjoyable, thick, lush chorus sound about it. You know, it takes your sound, it kind of makes it a little bit more pretty. So I kind of prefer the phaser on a clean sound for like funk style effects. I prefer the flanger on things where I'm kind of strumming and I like a slow rate on there so it can give me that big metallic swoosh over everything. And I love chorus on pretty clean arpeggios. When it comes to dirty sounds though, it's a different game. I actually kind of like the phaser with a slightly higher rate, just to give me some motion if I'm playing rhythm guitar or some guitar solos. The flanger style effect, I bring the blend and the overall range down. Again, I'm almost wanting this to kind of sound a bit more like a chorus, and then, you know, the chorus, I want it to sound like a chorus, but I'll actually just kind of turn the depth control down so it doesn't kind of muddy up my tone too much. We'll go flanger, phaser. Now you probably noticed with the dirty sound, they actually sounded a whole lot more similar, and that's because of the way I set them. Basically, if I'm going to use a modulation effect on a kind of dirty sound, I almost always want it to sound a little bit more like this phaser on here, where it's just going to add some subtle enhancement to whatever I'm playing. On clean sounds though, I'm going to push each of these effects more towards their relative strengths. So the feedback circuit on the flanger, I'm going to crank up to get more of that swoosh style effect. With the phaser, I'm kind of going to lean into the depth control a little bit more, so I can really, really add some lovely texture and filtering to like funk parts or single note things. And then chorus, well, I just want to play Rush intros with a chorus, or I want it to make it sound like a 1980s pop record on there. In fact, I love chorus, but I love it more when you combine it with stuff like pitch detune, delay, and reverb. These other effects I could probably live with on their own. Anyway, that's today's installment of 5-minute tones with pedals. Let me know, what is your go-to modulation effect? Flanger, phaser, or chorus? And if you want to support my channel directly, there are links to do that in the video description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.